is going on? What is going on, everyone? It's been a minute. Man, it feels like I've been gone for months, but I've really only been gone for about a week, a little over a week. A lot has happened in life, making adjustments to the channel, all that fun stuff. But I'm so glad to be back. Finally, I missed a week of the catch up. But here we are with episode 10, and we have a lot to catch up on. A lot of Yankee stuff, a lot of just life stuff, fan stuff, all that fun stuff in between. Um, a lot of, I went on a week hiatus, and looks like a lot of what I predicted has kind of unfolded in terms of the pitching rotation, in terms of preseason predictions, in terms of Aaron Judge turning it around. So it's looking really, really good. I want to make sure we're looking good on the audio here. Test. Hoping everything's sounding good. Test. I think we're good. I think we've always been good, but I think we're good. But yeah, guys, a lot to get into. So we have injury updates. Touch on base on that first. We have Tommy Kahnle returning. Tommy Kahnle is returning. I believe immediately. So he was expected almost to return as of today, but that he did one more start or one more relief appearance in AAA or AA, can't remember. And he pitched a scoreless inning, hitless inning, 2 strikeouts, as we expected from a strong major league reliever. He did well in his rehab assignment, so everything's looking all a go there. So he's expected to return. I'm hoping tomorrow in this next series against the Mariners. That would be exciting to see, because I'm expected that Tonkin, I don't even know his first name, I think it's Michael Tonkin, is going to be out of here. Hasn't performed great. I don't know a single Yankee fan that likes him. He hasn't done great. We don't really know who he is. He's costed us a game or even 2. I can't even recall or remember. Somehow still has a 0 ERA, which is kind of crazy to think about. But he seems obviously clearly the odd man out. And so I'm so excited to get Kahnle back. With getting Kahnle back, we're gonna have a top of the bullpen or end of the bullpen, however you kind of want to word it. Clay Holmes as your reliever, Kahnle as your setup, which he pitches great against lefties, so he's a great option. We tried making Ferguson and Victor Gonzalez those type of late inning guys, but they haven't been. Victor Gonzalez better than Ferguson, but they haven't been too great. So bringing Kahnle back is going to be a great addition, along with Ian Hamilton in late innings. Luke Weaver is just amazing. Should be a late inning guy. I know he could go multiple innings, but he's our new Michael King, which is exciting to see. So our relief pitching is Nick Birdie's returning. He's also more or less a mid relief to late inning guy. So we're coming back to form here in our bullpen. And quite honestly, even with the absence of Birdie for a little bit and the absence of Kahnle, our bullpen has been doing exceptional. So I'm liking what we're getting out of Dennis Santana as well. He came up in response to Loaizaga being injured. So him and then Cole's slowly returning. Everything's looking all a go for him. He's doing all right. That's good to see. And most importantly, the biggest injury update that I kind of want to talk about is about the one, the only Jason Dominguez. We're not talking about pitching. We're talking about Jason Dominguez here. Why is this? Let me see. Why is this doing this? Come on. To do it manually now. And you read that correctly. No MLB for the Martian. As anticipated, as expected, as of right now. What that means, well, news came out, I believe it was by, I don't know if it was Cashman himself or anyone from the organization himself or just a Yankees reporter, but came out and said that that the Martian is not expected to, right after his rehab start, to return to the MLB. He's expected to play out the season in AAA. That's as expected with us having a very clogged outfield, and Stanton's been performing great, as good, if not even better than what I've been predicting. I wanted him, or about exactly what we've been predicting. He's on pace for mid 30 home runs, if not even 40 home runs, if not even more. I had to check what he's on pace for, but he's on pace for a great amount of home runs. He's right now at a 250 average, which is that's more than what I would have hoped. If he gave us 35 home runs plus, I would have been okay with a 230 average. 250 is great. So we're sitting at a 250 average. He's been coming in clutch as his calling card as Giancarlo Stanton. So if he's been great. You have Judge that, oh my gosh, we're going to talk more about him later, but he's been Judge-like. And then, of course, we have Verdugo and Soto. And then we have Grisham, has been great defensively for us, hasn't been great at the plate, nor has he had much time playing as well. So we have a lot of outfield options. Not that I would play Grisham over Dominguez, but I'm just saying in terms of roster construction, we have a lot of outfielders. Let's not forget Cabrera as well, which doesn't look like he's going to be playing much outfield. But yeah, we have Jason Dominguez returning, and he's not going to be really returning to the MLB. The only way, so the report came out that he's expected to start in AAA. That's the expectation. That's the standard. That's the goal, which I'm totally okay with. I've said this before, and I've even geared our expectations to hope that Dominguez will start down there. There's no need to rush him back. Let him develop. Why not a little bit more? And if it makes him that much better, then okay. He's been doing amazing so far in his rehabs. He's had 13 at-bats with 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 RBIs, and hitting an average of 385. With also an on-base percentage of over 500 and an OPS of 991, which is amazing to see. So he's been tearing it up. He even had better stats even just a day before this. I think he was 1 dot in it. So obviously short sample size, but to see that right off the bat is very reassuring and great to see. And with Verdugo, essentially, he's kind of clogging up that for Dominguez. So this is totally expected, totally normal. And yeah, so that's a little bit about Jason Dominguez. And quite honestly, I don't want to say worst case scenario, but Verdugo hasn't been exceptional. He hasn't been tearing the cover off the ball. He had a good run for a bit. He does strike out at a very low rate. He does put the ball in play. All those things are great and amazing. He is a lefty. He provides a different look in the lineup. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying he's not good for the Yankees. But he hasn't, you look at his stats, it hasn't been exceptional. He's been playing great defense, but he hasn't been, tearing the cover off the ball either for the majority of the season. So with that being said, in case he slumps more and more, I could almost see a world where maybe, I don't know if the Yankees would actually do this, but I think this would probably be something that's in play, that maybe they trade Verdugo on the trade deadline. I don't love it, like I said, for the reasons that I said in all the ways that he's helped the team, but also the vibes. Like, I don't want to ruin that. Not that Jason Dominguez would ruin that, but who's coming in with that type of fire and energy that Verdugo has? We haven't seen that in a long time on the Yankees. So that's something that I also don't want to mess with. And why not leave Dominguez down more? If we're talking about the behind the scenes of things, it would also incentivize the Yankees to keep Jason Dominguez down, as in he won't accrue as much service time. He'll probably get called up once again in the September call-ups, bring up that fire, that excitement, that energy again, and maybe he goes on a great run for us to secure first place if we didn't already secure first place at this point this season. So that's the expectation for Dominguez. I totally expected that. But man, is it exciting to see him already in his rehab assignment. And he should be, I'm expected to be full go. Hopefully, though maybe in AAA, he'll be full go by the end of this month. That'll be pretty exciting. So happy to see that for Jason Dominguez. And yeah, man, you just see what he's doing in those few games with the Yankees. It was super exciting. So can't wait till he makes his major league return. So next topic is on Aaron Judge. Oh yeah. Excuse me. Or sorry, it's not about Aaron Judge. Sorry. Oh man, I'm all over the place today. I'm getting the rust off a little bit. It is about our starting pitching and who else to put to represent the starting pitching today than Luis Heel. Man, oh man, has the starting pitching been exceptional. If you see here, let me pull up these stats. Luis Heel has the lowest ERA among all of our starting pitchers at 2.39 with 9 games started, 49 innings pitched. He's just been unreal. 14 strikeouts, which is the most strikeouts by a Yankees pitcher rookie ever, beating El Duque, I believe it was, with in 1998 with 13 strikeouts in his rookie year. So that's exciting to see that. He's been amazing. He's been able to respond to some of his concerns and weaknesses with control, with the pitching command, and even maybe a little bit with his emotions out there. And he's just been I'm so excited to see how he's been unfolding as a pitcher and just adjusting so quick and so well. Like, it's amazing. And he also hasn't been amazing. The rest of the starting pitching rotation has been great. Cortez has been pitching, honestly, I would say to standard. Rodon also to standard, lowering his ERA to 3.27. But Schmidt has been exceeding expectations. Hill has been exceeding expectations. Stroman has been to his standard. But let's talk a little bit also about Schmidt. Schmidt, I've been saying, has the potential to be an all-star level starting pitcher. Now, Luis Heel is kind of outshining him a little bit, but man, Schmidt right now is 5-1 with a 2.49 ERA, over 50 innings pitched. He's been great. And ping-ponging back to Luis Heel, looking here, he, out of all starting pitchers, he has given up the least amount of home runs. The least amount of home runs with only 3 home runs. Cortez has given up 7, Rodon 9, Schmidt 5, Stroman 7. Luis Heel is only 3. Man, has Luis Heel been amazing. And I'm so excited to see how he plays for us for years to come. Is this a world, a realm of reality where we extend him? Obviously, we're not going to do that this moment. The Yankees came out and said they don't enjoy providing extensions in the middle of the season. And quite honestly, knock on wood, I don't want this, but we don't know if this is the Luis Heel we're going to see forever and ever. So, but man, has it been exciting to see what Luis Heel and the whole starting rotation has been able to do. So they've been the cornerstone, the rock, and the reason as to why we've been winning so many games. We expected the amount of offensive production we've been getting from our offense, but not this kind of production out of our pitching. And they've been amazing, along with our bullpen. So with some minor hiccups in our bullpen, but man, has Holmes been good? Has our starting rotation been good as well? They've been holding it down far better than we could have hoped with the absence of Cole. So the Yankees pitching, man, I would say the offense has been fun to see, but the pitching has been the outlier in terms of what we expected for, and leading us to having the best record in the AL and tied for the most amount of wins in all of MLB. So that's an exciting thing to say, for sure. As we hop right into the third topic is all about our one, our only, the captain, Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is back. He is officially back. Let's talk a little bit about his statistics. Aaron Judge is third in all of MLB and third in the AL in most home runs. mind you, his rough start to start the season. Soto and Stanton are also in that top 5, which is crazy to think about, crazy to see in terms of AL home run leaders. But this is all about Aaron Judge, and he has been amazing. He has been absolutely amazing. His overall 2024 stats, you saw how low his stats were. He was hitting under 200 at one point. His current stats are an average of 266, which isn't Aaron Judge like. His career average is 281. His on-base percentage is over 400, which is above his career average. So if we're talking about career average. And his OPS of 980 right now, almost one dotting it, is right on par with his career average, which is 982. So we're seeing the Aaron Judge that we expect to see, if not better, because if we had this Aaron Judge that we've been having for the last few games, weeks, even a month, man, let's talk about that for a second. His last 7 games, he's been having an average of 500, OPS, or on base percentage, of 625, a slugging of 1.2 with an OPS of 1.8. Now, looking at the last 2 weeks, he's been batting 431, 561 on base percentage, and a 1.5, almost a 1.6 OPS. Now, within the last month, because a lot of us attribute to his stats jumping up because of just as of recent, which is true. But even if you look at his whole last 30 games, so the last month of production, he's been hitting over 300 at 318, on base percentage of almost 443. And an OPS of 1.1. In the last 30 games, we've played 40-something games. Now, again, a lot of that does attribute to how great he's been doing as of late. But we've been getting above average or just about exactly what we expect out of Judge this last month. And not just out of Judge, but out of the Yankees in general. I wanted to also highlight a little bit about how good our record has been. We've only lost 1 time to the Orioles this month, 1 time to the Astros, which was a close game we should have won and could have won. And we lost 1 time to the Rays. Only 3 losses this whole month. With 14 wins, I believe, we've been playing exceptional. And a lot of that could be attributed to Judge's success. I talk about the pitching. Everything's kind of just rolling on all of our cylinders, I guess. So, man, has it been fun watching Yankees baseball. Let me know what you guys think. The captain's back. Soto's also coming back after a slight little slump. It's exciting to be a Yankee fan. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, peace and be blessed.